What's up, everybody? My name is Noah, and this is how I do field work. First, I like to start with my exercise bands. Love these things for a lot of different disc golf training, and I warmed up a little bit before this, but these are the basic things that I go through. Pulling apart with the shoulders, pulling across the chest, just things to get some blood flow into all those muscles, make sure that they're all warmed up and firing. Definitely a good thing to make sure that you do not get hurt when you're throwing. Highly recommend warming up to anyone who doesn't. The next part of my warm-up, if I'm doing field work, is throwing some putters. As you can see here, I have a few of my putters, and the goal of this is just to get the form working, so going through it nice and slow, making sure everything's in place, my timing is good, trying not to hurt my shoulder, my elbow, my back, whatever it may be, just going through nice and slow. I also like to try to make sure I get all my angles in, so that last one was the Anheuser. Now it's time to pick them up. I also like to throw them back to where I threw from. I saw this, I think, in a Paul Macbeth video where he was talking about controlled throws and then throwing back and trying to hit the exact same place. So that is definitely something that I strive to do, but don't always do. I think it's really helped me with my upshots though, and definitely something that I would recommend, just tossing them back. I would like to apologize for the audio. You might hear me talking a little bit in the background, but I now have microphones, so next time I shouldn't have to do a voiceover. But my next step is throwing a little bit faster speeds, so these are my mid-ranges / fairway drivers. It's just a hex, servo, and a crave. But still just making sure that I step through my form, not really chucking it by any means. But always nice to see those discs fly further, that's for sure. Good throws. Alright, next I have my actual fairway drivers. So these are more overstable, neutral, and then flippy. Still just making sure that while I'm warming up, I'm trying to hit all of my angles. So get a nice nose down Anheuser with my fireball, let it fight out, try to throw something nice and flat with my Tesla. And I would like to note that flat for me is probably 10 degrees of hyzer. I've looked at my tech disc numbers and I throw with a butt ton of hyzer. And then hyzer flip, let it flip up, threw that one nose up, so not really a pretty shot, but it is what it is. And next up we get to throw these 3 discs. This is the whole reason that I'm out here warming up, trying to throw good. Get to throw these new discs that I just got. So here we have the Tour Series, the Paige Pierce Passion, the Ezra Aderhold Nuke, and the Anthony Barella Venom. These, I just picked them up and they feel super good. This is actually my first ever throw with a Passion. I've heard a lot about them, but never actually thrown one. So let's give it a rip, see how it goes. As you can see, that was nice and straight. That wasn't very far, but got a flip up. This is the Nuke, and here I am explaining. I actually have a Nuke SS and a Nuke OS, but somehow I never had a regular Nuke. So this is my first throw with an just straight up Nuke. I actually really like how that flew. It had a good amount of flip up and came back. Definitely see why everybody likes it. Here goes the Venom. This one definitely held in that headwind and fought out very well. Definitely a good bomber disc, that's for certain. Now we got to give them a little bit of forehand, test them out, see how they fly that way. Just going to give them a little bit, not too much. Threw that one nose up, but still pretty straight to where I threw it. Here goes the nuke. Definitely threw that one a little better. That one was all hyzer, never flipped out of it because I did not throw it flat enough. And here comes the Venom. That one threw very nicely. Definitely good forehand discs. I don't like how gummy they are, but they were still good. And I just don't like that because of the Oklahoma heat, but it could be different for a lot of people. Anyways, next up we have the nuke versus one of my distance drivers that I semi-throw right now. It's called the Octane from MVP. Has the same numbers, so I'm just gonna test them out, try to give them the same kind of flight and see how similar they are because the numbers do match up exactly. But just a test, we'll see how it goes. First up, the Ezra Aderhold nuke. And I probably committed the biggest sin of trying to throw something nose up and hyzer in a headwind, so that did not go far at all. Not a fair test for the nuke. Here goes the Octane though. And I actually got a good rip on that one. Unfortunately, you can't hear anything in the audio, but the snap was muy bien. Next up, I want to give this Venom a good forehand rip. It went pretty far, just, giving a little bit of juice on the forehand. So I want to give it some anhyzer, really try to let it flex out since it is that 0-4 slot. But anyways, yeah, just going to give it a good amount of anhyzer, really try to get some distance on it. And you can't tell by my form, but I did try to throw that hard and it did go pretty far. This was the U-disc measurement for it, so got it out to 300. Really proud of that. This is the Zenith I threw right after that, but forgot to video. And here was the Octane that I threw. It's actually a very, very good throw for me. Just so everybody knows, I have a basketball background, so that has not really helped me in disc golf, except for just general kind of in shape. But yeah, nope, not very helpful like baseball and that kind of stuff is, but work with what I got. That Venom went 300, and then the other couple of my longest throws pretty far over 300, which is what I've been working towards. And 320 used to be like I'm gonna give it my all, and now it's less of that and more of I'm gonna focus on my form, and I know I can hit that. So only gonna go up from here, and definitely a productive fieldwork session as far as I'm concerned. Now it's time to hit the AC. Thanks everybody for watching. Subscribe for more coming soon. I'll try to post more videos on here and hope that somebody gets something and follows along. Thanks.